This Friday, May 14th, there's a new revenge thriller coming out in select theaters and on VOD everywhere on May 21st, directed by Anders Thomas Jensen and starring Mads Mikkelsen. This is my review of Riders of Justice. When his wife dies in a tragic train accident, Markus, a deployed military man, has to go home to his teenage daughter Mathilde. Or at least it seems to have been a plane accident, but it turns out it might have been a carefully orchestrated assassination that his wife just happened to be a casualty of. But before I dive into my thoughts, I want to know what you think. Are you aware of this film? Have you heard of it? Have you seen it? Are you excited for it? Share all of that in the comments below. Start the conversation. It's the most important part. And while you're down there, consider clicking the subscribe button. It does wonders to get my content out there, and you'll always be aware of whenever I upload a new movie review, trailer reaction, anime review, all sorts of great content. Riders of Justice is a film I walked into knowing basically nothing apart from Mads Mikkelsen's stars in it. And seeing the first 10 minutes of this film, I was shocked, I was hooked, and I was expecting an action-packed revenge thriller. This film is actually a much more layered, nuanced drama that analyzes the psychology of the people who have lost someone. It still has great action elements, it is still very much a thriller, but it focuses a lot more on the drama and how a person copes with trauma after losing someone, and presents several different perspectives, to the point where some characters in this film might seem like very much side characters that are just there to bring a comedic edge, sometimes to lighten the mood, but then they're layered as well. They have a very good story to them that adds a lot to the film itself. Mads Mikkelsen, to no surprise, is fucking phenomenal in this. He plays such a rich role, such a meaty role of a man who is holding everything back to look after his daughter, but when he gets the notion that this might have been not an accident, he goes out and he is brutal in his mission to seek revenge. And how the film presents the story is very much off the beaten path. The film takes turns to where I didn't expect. The film has reveals that add a lot to the story and also change the perspective not only of the characters but of us as an audience of what we have been seeing. So this turned out not to be the type of film I expected, but a much better film than what I expected. Riders of Justice is a deep, nuanced, and layered analysis on the psychology of trauma and how coping in the right way can help you a lot, and how pain really changes a person, how it transforms a person, and how the escalation of events and the seeking of revenge just makes things worse and worse. I love these three dudes that try to help Mads Mikkelsen out because they suspect it was an accident, and they add a lot of really funny moments to the film. But they also have layers to them. They're not just comedic relief. They add to what Mads Mikkelsen is going through. My favorite scene, in fact, is near the end with Markus, played by Mads Mikkelsen, and Otto, and they're having this conversation that again takes this turn to something I didn't expect, and I was just crying as I watched this scene. And even though Riders of Justice is actually focused on the drama and the pain and the trauma, it still has its action. The action sequences in this are very brutal, very awesome, and no punches are held back whatsoever. Especially when Mads Mikkelsen is focused, when he wants something, he is scary. He is scary not only to the villains, he's scary to the audience, he's scary to his friends in this film. The dude is just relentless and an amazing performance. Again, just such a rich character that he is able to play and once more deliver an amazing performance that we know he is able to give. The acting all around is fantastic, the writing is really great, the characters are awesome. If I was to have an issue with this film, is that sometimes those comedic moments that can really work in relieving tension, sometimes they feel too abrupt. And I know there's people saying this film is a comedy, it's a drama thriller comedy. It's not, really. It's a drama thriller with a lot of nuance, a lot of really great moments, a really great script, and I hope you guys check it out and it gets the love it deserves. It is one of the best movies of the year, and I'm giving Riders of Justice an A-. So those are my thoughts on Riders of Justice. Have you seen it? Are you now looking forward to see it? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching once more. Remember to start the conversation, and also if you watched the video thus far, consider clicking the subscribe button. If you ever get tired of my face or my voice in the future, you can always unsubscribe. It's all fine and dandy. Thank you so much for watching. You are the best. Stay tuned for many more reviews to come very soon. And so until the next one, love each other and love the movies.